Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition in which the body's immune system makes a mistake and attacks the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas and destroys them. Once these cells have been destroyed, the person with type 1 diabetes is no longer able to produce their own insulin, and so it needs to be replaced either by injection or using an insulin pump. Now, type 1 diabetes is a relatively rare form of diabetes in the United States. It accounts for about 5 to 10% of all cases, and it's usually diagnosed in childhood or in adolescence, but adults can be diagnosed with type 1 diabetes as well. In fact, about 40% of people diagnosed with type 1 diabetes are diagnosed as adults or 18 years and over, and this is why it's no longer called juvenile diabetes. Now, the signs and symptoms of type 1 diabetes can creep up on you, although sometimes looking back, they seem fairly evident. What are they? Well, there's three big ones. The first is increased hunger, the second is increased thirst, and the third is increased urination. In a very small child, you might notice that the child has wet diapers really frequently. In a child a little bit older, while they may be reporting hunger or thirst or going to the bathroom frequently, you might also notice that they suddenly wet the bed after being potty trained for a number of years. Older children, teenagers, and adults may just seem tired all the time or fatigued. They may report weight loss or blurred vision. It's really important to pick up on these signs and symptoms so that you can catch the diagnosis of type 1 diabetes as early as possible. Later signs might include nausea and vomiting or even loss of consciousness. At this time, it really is an emergency. So what can you do? Well, there's a very simple test that takes less than a minute from start to finish, and that's testing for blood glucose, which can be done in any clinic or doctor's office. Unfortunately, at this time, there is no cure for type 1 diabetes, and our scientists are really working hard to learn more about its causes and potential ways to intervene to prevent or reverse the diagnosis. In the meantime, there are better treatments and better technologies so that people with diabetes can live long, full lives. It just takes a little bit of extra work.